It's like like seriously, I have yet to play a game with so many fucking problems.
Who's there? It's okay. Harrison, right? I'm not one of them. Who are you? Don't worry. O'Neill sent me.
I thought I was the only one left.
I'm looking for the core. Where is she? Is she here?
Second floor, the stable field emitter.
Emitter? Forget about that. I'm here to find the core.
You must turn on the emitter. It will stabilize the environment. Without it, Union will completely collapse. Then the core won't matter. Turn it on. It will affect his power.
His power? You mean...
Take this. Use it to turn on the emitter.
Harrison's communicator. Oh, nice.
Another team member down. Wish I could have gotten more info. Don't worry, Lily. I'm still gonna find you.
Okay, status report. Expansion efforts put on hold. Retention of original map is paramount. Very nice. So people are going nuts, basically. That's wonderful. So we're maxed out on shotgun. We just had a boss, so we're not gonna we are unlikely to have another boss in short order. 4 of those. Yeah, let's get up to 4 of some of these. We're probably going to find another one of these, so I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, let's do 2 more. So we have 2 mags ready. And then that one, so we can have a full mag on this rifle. Okay, we should be good on there. Okay. So, we don't have any high grades. Only really worried about the harpoons right now. Because I think the harpoons might trivialize part of the boss fights. Or more specifically, the harpoon bolts will be the boss killers. And that's the entrance, right? No. Oh no, a body! His art is so artistic. The crazy murderer murdered someone. He likes classical music, clearly. Hold on. Did I just see something moving around? Thought I saw something moving. At least I've got an axe. I'm not afraid to use it. Nice. Sort of reminiscent of the first area we were in. So I'm guessing the first area we were in was part of the town hall or something?
What's this about?
Oh. I have one of these stands behind me, actually. Yeah, very similar. Roses.
What's this? This camera's so old. Must mean something.
Right, okay. She seems dead on. So she needs to turn around. Okay, well.
Nothing. What am I missing?
We need to adjust the flowers. Except I can't. Ah.
Same dress. It's ticking. But the pendulum stopped.
Okay, so the wall just closed behind us, that's all. We are closed in the painting. Appreciate the art. Alright, decapitated body of girl found. Stefano Valentini. Well, he's creepy.
I remember this. Still a cold case. Oh. Who comes up with this stuff?
A huge dork comes up with this stuff. A huge dork and a huge loser. You hear that, Valentini? You're a
Appreciate
loser.
the art. Fine. As long as it gets me closer to you, I'll play your game. That's Lily. This guy's playing with me.
He's playing with us. It's time for us to shoot him in the head.
This one is perfect. Naturally so. It is my work, after all. Death preserved on silver nitrate. Like a fly in amber. Beautiful.
Alright, come on, Dickface. Come out and invite us already. Yep, poor bastard.
Another one. But what's he after?
Now, come here, you crazy bastard. Gotta perforate your skull.
What are these things?
I don't know what they are, but I want to break all of his art. So everyone's moving towards over there, or running from over there. Is there any ammo in here? I don't think so. Handwritten note. Too beautiful to leave in the street. I had to display them. Wish that I could take credit. Oh, there are other artists in here with you. More people to kill. And here is a boss fountain. Here we have full health, we have maxed ammo and a lot of things.
This has to be the emitter.
Authorization required. Please connect an authorized terminal.
Terminal? Must mean this communicator.
Restart sequence initiated.
You've been searching for me for so long, so I have come. But wait, it's not me you seek, is it? No, it's the girl. I should be offended. But how can I be? You're not the only person who wants her power. There is another, one far more deserving. One who can offer rewards you could never imagine. So sorry, but you've been outbid. Fear radiates from you. It's beautiful, but not yet finished. I am Stefano, and now you are my art. Son of a bitch! Meet my beautiful Obscura.
Restart sequence.
You gotta be kidding me.
Sequence will complete in 90 seconds.
That thing is stopping the emitter from activating.
Okay. I need to shoot it.
I got it going. I just have to hold it off until the emitter starts.
80 seconds. 70 seconds. 60 seconds.
Come here, Obscura.
Seconds. 40 seconds.
Oh yeah, this shit. Can we kill Obscura? I mean, I want to find out. Good Dan.
Stabilization procedure completed.
Great. Saved my own ass. But what am I supposed to do now? If he's gone, he didn't leave Lily here. Where did he take her? Should give Kibben an update about this. Shit. Maybe I'll get a signal outside.
Okay then. A new one? Social facade maintenance. Okay, sounds good. These guys are super into their whole taking over the world with citizen brains as their stuff, whatever. A locked glass door.
Can't believe these bastards used Lily like some kind of science experiment. And then they have the nerve to send me in to clean up their mess? It's like some kind of sick joke.
I know, Sebastian. I know. These bastards and their sick jokes. Wait, did we have to come in through the back? Okay. We have enough for 3 gotchun shells. Nice, Sven. Nice. Gotchun cells. Me talk good. I don't hear any enemies. Okay. I'm not entirely sure why I was allowed to come back here if I can't leave from there. But, okay. Okay, I guess I can leave from over here, so that's good, I guess.
Damn it. Son of a bitch still has Lily. And now I'm back to square one again.
We've re-established contact with the marker agent, Kidman.
About time. Patch him through. Sebastian? Sebastian, are you there?
Kidman.
Finally. Are you all right?
That psycho is still on the loose in here. I turned on the emitter, and that seemed to slow him down. But he got away. And he's got Lily. She must be so scared and alone. I've got to find her before he does something terrible to her. I'm so close. I can feel it.
We want to find her just as much as you do, Sebastian.
Yeah, sure you do. Don't want your precious experiment to fail. It would be a real tragedy to waste all that time and money.
I was speaking for myself, not Mobius. I spent a lot of time with Lily during testing. She's a good kid. I don't want her to suffer. I know things are bad, but I have faith in you. You've got to stay focused so we can save her. Together.
Yeah. Okay, you're right. Thanks for the pep talk, Kidman.
Don't worry about it. But right now you need to figure out where he took her.
He said his name was Stefano.
Stefano. Copy that. I'll see what I can find out and send it to your room.
Okay. In the meantime, I'll check in with O'Neill. See if he can help me locate this psycho.
Sounds like a plan. Let me know if I can be of any help. And... Sebastian?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thanks. Gotta figure out where he took her. Think I might have just figured it out. Not doing a very good job of hiding. It's almost as if he's taunting me. Well, if it's a fight he wants, he's gonna get it. I just have to find my way there. O'Neill, it's me.
I see the stable field emitter is back online. Please tell me you found the core and you're on your way back here.
Sorry. That lunatic still has her, but I think I have an idea of where he went.
Yeah, I see it too. I'm picking up the signal again, but now it's coming from the theater in the other part of town.
Right. Through the marrow again, I guess. May need a little guidance here.
I'm on it. Looks like turning the emitter back on stabilized some passages there. Exit D5 looks to be the one closest to the theater. I'm not totally sure what you'll encounter down there, so watch your back.
At this point, nothing would surprise me.
Okay, well, into the marrow we go. Into the marrow we go. Oh. Oh. Someone opened that up just to put a fuse in there and then promptly leave. They're gonna come back and they'll be like, where's my fuse? That damn Stefano guy steal it again. No. We don't need it. But why not? Wonderful. Okay, how much juice do we got? How the fuck do I see how much green gel I have? I remember this being incredibly simple and easy in the first game. Okay, here we go. 21,000. We need like 75,000 for max pain mode. So let's survey. Let's head back into the mirror. Sebastian has an important message for everyone here. And that message is never skip leg day, guys. Super important. Okay.
This must be the passage O'Neill was talking about. Lily? Oh, this place is messing with my mind.
Alright, what goodies we got? Weapon parts, gel, a metal pipe. Fantastic. Sounds like a good time over there. Oh! Ah, nice. Alright, sounds good. Looks like there's something back here that might be good. What we got? Weapon parts. Nice. Okay. What? Like, what is going on? Yeah, the enemy's just activating just because you're somewhere near them is a little on the annoying side. Especially since, again, this game, you know, supposedly could be played as a stealth game.
Whoa. What the hell is this stuff?
Alright, which one of you guys was here? You clean up after yourself, come on. Yeah. It's starting to grow. Wait, can I sneak walk through this stuff?
Stop and listen to yourself, Myra. A secret society abducted Lily and staged her death? Do you realize how crazy that sounds?
But it's true. Why can't you understand that?
I know it's hard to accept, Myra. But she's gone. Our little girl is gone.
But I have proof. Look.
Myra, you're obsessed. You need rest. Once you get past this, you'll learn to accept.
No. I'll never accept it. If you won't help me, I'll find out the truth on my own.
Myra. You were right all along. But why am I seeing this now?
Yeah, Sebastian, why are you seeing it now? This thing's probably a one-shot, isn't it? If it touches you.
God, look at the size of that thing. Maybe I can sneak past it.
Now, I don't mind the enemy, what I mind is that it can block you.
Out of ammo.
Is it dead? Can we go melee it? Assuming that if I touch this, we just die. Yeah. Doesn't look like we got anything for killing it. Doesn't look like there's anything over there that it was guarding. Okay, so we can test something. So if we're sneaking... Okay, yeah, it makes us stand up.
I gotta get the hell out of here.
We just killed it, it'll be fine. Big question is, does it magically come back to life now? Yes.
Oh, shit! I thought this place was supposed to be fucking stable. The destruction has spread all the way down here, too. Don't know how long this place is gonna last.
Okay. Weapon parts and emergency protocols. I mean, where would the core escape to? It's like talking about the core escaping, but where's it gonna go? I mean, I guess like you do.
Looks like someone's enjoying the show.
Ah, that's right. We're out of ammo.
Someone's been watching. Lily. Whoever's been here was gathering data on her.
Don't move.
You're Mobius, right?
Shut up! Don't say a word. You're not one of us.
No, I'm not. Kidman sent me. Look, I'm here to help, okay? My name is Sebastian Castellanos.
You're lying. Sebastian Castellanos is dead.
What? No. Who told you that?
Turn around. Do it slow.
You're Yukiko Hoffman.
How do you know my name?
I told you. They sent me in here to find my daughter Lily. The core. I'm telling you the truth.
I know.
You do?
Lack of microexpressions and deflection. No verbal parroting. I've seen enough to know you're telling the truth.
Right. The team psychologist.
I have to use whatever tools I have to survive. Combat isn't my forte.
Seems to be a running theme here.
Sorry for pointing my gun at you. So they're sending independent contractors now? That means things aren't improving. Have you found any other team members?
I have, but the only one I've found alive is O'Neill.
Liam is alive? Good. Has he made any progress on stabilization?
The big emitter's back on, but this place is still falling apart, and I think it's all because of this psycho that kidnapped Lily. He's running loose in Union, and can manipulate this place at will.
That means my theory is correct. This is more than a core disconnect. We doctors don't like to use the term psycho in pejorative terms. But in this case, it's apropos. Only a clinically diagnosed psychopath could affect STEM like this. A psychopathic personality type using Lily to amplify his power. This is the worst possible situation.
You're a shrink. Any suggestions on how to defeat him?
Psychopaths are antisocial, lack empathy, and exhibit sadistic tendencies. But their main commonality is their pathologic egocentricity. They don't care about people, only themselves. Can you think of anything that would be important to him?
Yeah. He thinks he's some sort of artist. It's all he talks about.
Then maybe the best way to attack him would be through his art. Destroying something valuable to him could knock him off of his guard.
I'll keep that in mind. But I've got to get to him first. He's holed himself up in the theater.
Right. So exit D5 then. It's right here, just in the next room. Let's pair communicators so that we can stay in touch. I'll review my files and see if I can't dig up any more information about what's going on. I still feel like there's more to this. Regardless, he's probably going to be difficult to fight. Feel free to help yourself to anything here you might need.
So does Lily really think I'm dead? Or was that just a part of your lie detecting test?
Sorry to break it to you, but she does. I thought it was the truth too, until just now. But over the years, I've learned to take everything Mobius tells me with a pinch of salt. It wasn't difficult to see you were telling the truth.
Why would they do that? What kind of monsters do you work for?
I know it's not right. But consider this. Lily is probably less traumatized by thinking you're dead than by thinking you're alive, but she can't be with you.
Yeah, maybe. But what will happen when I finally find her?
Don't worry. She'll believe the evidence of her eyes once she sees you.
If Mobius knew to keep psychopaths out of STEM, then how did one end up in here?
I don't know. Every individual in STEM was subjected to a battery of psychological exams prior to placement. And we've been observing them from here, in secret, to keep an eye out for mental instability.
Yeah, well that didn't work.
Unfortunately, psychopathy and sociopathy are incredibly difficult to diagnose correctly. Psychopaths tend to be cunning and highly intelligent. Aware of their own diagnosis, they're able to disguise themselves among us. The fact that this one was able to fool us, he's obviously adroit and self-aware. Disturbingly so.
Great. So the tests only filtered out the weakest of psychos.
I feel terribly responsible for all of this. I helped devise those tests.
So does Lily
Sorry to break it to you, but I thought it would it wasn't.
Why would they do?
I know Lily is.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
You said you think there's something more to this?
I studied the Beacon incident extensively so that we could avoid another disaster like that. In that case, the person in question was the core. But even then, the environment remained relatively intact. Something just doesn't seem right here.
What do you mean?
The creatures in here. The dissolution of Union. The total breakdown in communication with Mobius. It just seems like a lot for one person. Even with the power of the core.
He mentioned someone before. Another person who wanted the core's power.
That could mean... No. It's too horrible to contemplate.
What?
There's only one thing that could be more powerful than a psychopath in here. But I need to do some research before I can commit to the theory.
Aw. Can't do it how you like it, sort of thing. Dang. So, psychopathy and sociopathy, they're both aspects of, or types, I suppose, of what's called antisocial personality disorder. So, sociopaths are pretty easy to diagnose. Now, the main difference between those is that you can think about the easiest way to think about them is psychopaths are born with antisocial personality disorder, and then sociopaths develop it just because of how they're treated in life. So, if a kid has a super abusive parent, that kid may develop like antisocial personality disorder in the form of sociopathy. However, if somebody is born as a psychopath, then their empathic link to other people, their ability to feel empathy, is something that they can switch on and off at will. And that's a little bit of a problem. But when you look at these two... Okay, we don't have full health. Cool. So when you look at these two things, like an important thing to keep in mind is that many psychopaths aren't actually, murderers and stuff like that. So the game itself is sort of stereotyping psychopaths. But, some of them do have a somewhat well-deserved reputation. Some of them. Okay, so I think she said we also got another one of these, so let's go and look at this real quick. But yeah, so the main thing about sociopaths is that they tend to be very anger-oriented.
Go on. Pick up, Kidman.
I'm here.
The first time I saw Myra, she was wearing that uniform. I think I fell in love with her right then and there. I didn't want to admit it to myself, but after she was injured on duty, I knew I couldn't risk not telling her how I felt. She was such a great wife and mother that I sometimes forget she was a great detective, too. She was right. She knew there was something fishy about Lily's death. I mean, kidnapping. I should have believed her from the start.
There's no way you could have predicted the truth, Sebastian. You know this.
The cat crapped out some brain gel. Still not enough to get the level up that I want, though. Okay. So we got that. We need more parts for that. Don't have one of those, so nothing else really matters at the moment. Alright, let's go save. I'll use the restroom, and then we'll come back and keep going. Alright, nice. Back into the fight we go. Don't mind me, just reloading and... Damn it. Core candidates, alright. Nice. Wonderful.
By the way,
never mind. By the way, forget it. What? Okay. You guys know what time it is. Okay, let's just save right here. But yeah, main problem with psychopaths is... So let's just finish that discussion real quick. So psychopaths... Yes, they do have a different type of empathy from the rest of us. The main thing about psychopaths is that they can be difficult to detect because they will present to you what they think you want them to appear to be feeling. So if, say, your dog dies and you're all cut up about it and you're talking to a psychopath, the psychopath is going to come to you and they're going to go and they're going to look at you like, what is this person freaking out about? It's just a dog, get another one. Because they're not necessarily... The hell? Because they're not necessarily thinking about the emotional connection that you had with your dog. Instead, they're just thinking, yeah, okay, it was a dog, you can get another one. What's the problem? Right? However, they are going to show you what they think you want to see. So many psychopaths learn to emulate emotions. So they'll be like, "Oh, this person is sad. I should look sad," and then they will look sad, and they'll look like they're offering you empathy. But it's an act. For the most part, it is an act. They will basically just show you what they think you want to see. So What that means practically is that they can manipulate you incredibly easily.
Heard bad. Where did that thing go? Just need to get into that storage room outside the safe house.
So, because they're just going to show you what they think you want to see, they can manipulate you incredibly easily. So this is a pretty big problem. If you've ever had a psychopath in your life, it's very easy for them to take advantage of you and make you do things that they want you to do that benefit them, but not you. And they learn all the little tricks to get people to do what they want. Yeah, these are the people who will take a psychology class and then immediately start using all of the little manipulation strategies that exist and that you will see all throughout commercials and media to get you to do what they want. And you'll be happy to do it because they have tricked you into thinking that you want to do it. Meanwhile, they're sitting there giving you basically nothing while you do everything. That sounds like a problem. It's because it is. And the thing is, if a non-psychopathic person does this, we'll say, then they'll eventually start feeling bad because, you're doing all this. They're reaping all the benefits of your efforts. However, you're not reaping the benefits. So they'll start trying to find ways to zero the balance. Right? And if you start thinking about that, what have I done for this person? Actually, if you have anyone in your life that is not a parent, very important. Well, if you have anybody in your life who is not a child, is the better version of this. Your child or a dependent of yours. If you have anybody where you're sitting there thinking to yourself, well, I do all this stuff for that person, for this friend of mine, and they don't do anything for me. Like, I'm sitting here spending all this time and money on them, and they're not spending any time or money on me. They're not helping me. They only talk to me when they have something that they can get out of me. And they're just like, yeah, this is great for me. I'm enjoying this. Yeah, I hope you are too. It's like, what if I tell them no? And then you tell them no, they talk you into doing it again and continuing doing it. These are all signs that you're probably dealing with a psycho. If you ever had somebody in your life where, like, over the smallest things, they seem to just blow up and go absolutely nuts. They're just screaming and pissed off about everything. How could you do this over, like, the tiniest of things? You might be dealing with a sociopath instead. So, psychopaths tend to have a lot of emotional control. They don't really have the same type of empathy that we do. They do have empathy. It's just not as pronounced as it is in non-psychopathic people. And people living with psychopathy, or antisocial personality disorder, I suppose, if you want to be nice about it, they tend to take advantage of other people to meet their needs. So, to really put this in perspective, if you will, a non-psychopathic person says, I need to work hard, maybe go to college, start my own business, do my own thing, and earn my way to success. Whereas a psychopath probably says, I need to find other people who I can manipulate into doing what I want to achieve my own success, in effect. Or I need to do something that is extremely bad for other people or has a ton of animosity in it, because that won't affect me at all. If so, for example, in the practice of law, psychopaths are overrepresented. That is a fancy way of saying there's a ton of psychopaths in law, because, especially family law, I assume, but any type of law would be fine. One where they can specifically get a ton of cash out of you. The reason for this is They don't have a problem completely destroying somebody's life so long as it lines their pockets. So, for example, in family law, people unaliving themselves when they are losing a case is somewhat common. So, because losing the case means they typically lose their kids, they lose their family, they lose their part of their house, they have to pay money every month to their wife or husband. They don't usually mind the child support, but it's usually supporting the other person. It's all this crap, right? And go, people, they give in to those base emotions and then they unalive themselves with a rope and maybe a stool or a gun or something, a firearm. And it's incredibly unfortunate, right? But a psychopath looks at that and says, well, it was good while they were paying me. And then case closed. They're dead. And then they just move on. They don't care at all. But they might care, but it's more about the case ending and them no longer being paid instead, or maybe they genuinely liked the client. It's like, oh man, I liked that guy. Oh well. And then they just move on. Yeah, that's why psychopaths are there. Also, most doctors that you will meet have slight psychopathic tendencies. Not in a now. There's the important thing here is that when you look at psychopathy, when you look at antisocial personality disorder, it's a sliding scale, right? Like at this end for you guys, we'll say is like the criminal psychopaths who like break into a family's house, kill everybody, and then steal all their stuff. And like, or worse, kidnap them, traffic them off somewhere, and then sell them to some gang or something, right? Like, that's that criminal psychopath. Beneath them, you have corporate psychopaths who are able to not go around committing horrific crimes against humanity, but have no problem basically just stabbing each other in the back to climb up the corporate ladder as fast as possible, to have all the control, all the power, and make everybody do what they want. Because one of the last things you want in any kind of organization, by the way, is a psychopath in like a high-ranking position. Because once they're there, you're going to be hard-pressed to get rid of them. And they will basically just effectively destroy the careers of anybody who gets in their way. So maybe by the time they get the chief officer of something or CEO, they just have, dozens of completely destroyed careers behind them. And they don't care about this at all. That sounds a whole lot like your problem, not theirs. So not good. After that, you have like your you're fairly bargain bin, able to do their thing psychopaths and or stay within society. And like these are the people who know that they have psychopathic tendencies. They're not at the level of corporate psychopaths. They're kind of psychos, but they're able to rein it in enough to where they are still taking advantage of people pretty badly, but it's not like they're destroying people's lives. But they're still very much people that won't have a huge array of friends that people will become friends with, and then very quickly after they figure it out, stop being friends with them. Like these are the people that you'll meet where, for some reason, every few years they move to a different state. Yeah, the type. And it's like, well, these people aren't necessarily the best to be around. They always take advantage of you. They're the people who always show up to a party, eat everything, drink everything, never bring anything or contribute anything. They're just a friend of convenience. Like the worst kind of fair weather friend you could possibly ever have. And then you have the psychopaths who don't want to be psychopaths. They do view it as like a thing that is part of them, but they don't want it. Like they're the ones who desperately don't want to be a psycho. They desperately don't want antisocial personality disorder. These are the ones who are very quiet about it. they will go out of their way to be as empathetic as possible and emulate that and try to blend in with society as much as humanly possible, while at the same time denying their psychopathic tendencies and just trying desperately to fit in with society. Like, so my point in talking about this was, on this end you have the really bad ones, but on this end you have the ones who are fine, right? They score high enough to be diagnosed with ASPD, but they're not, extreme enough to where they're actually a problem for you. If that makes any sense. So if we were to really talk about this, one would be like, on this end is basically your career murderers. Then when you go down a little bit, you have your corporate psychos who just are climbing the corporate ladder and they will destroy everybody in the way. When you go a little bit further, you have the con men. They basically just take advantage of everyone around them. Everyone is just a resource to be used, basically. And then at the very far end, and not really dangerous, you have the people who you get, like, sometimes you'll notice that they're being like, oh, I'm so sorry about your cat or your dog. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. And you're feeling somewhere that this person doesn't actually care about my cat or my dog or whatever that just died. Like, they don't care. They could not care less. And you're picking up on that. But they are trying to show that they are. And so, like, you'll laser focus on that, because once you detect that, you will never lose that, by the way. And then you're just like, this person. But they aren't, like, showing up and eating all your stuff and leaving. And they aren't, like, when they come to parties, they always bring something. Like, they're doing all the stuff they're supposed to do, right? And it's like, I don't know about this person, but they're not, like, something in my, like, my intuition's telling me that this person's a bit of a thing. But they're also trying to be a good friend and trying to be nice and trying to help me. Yeah, it is what it is. So that's psychopaths. With sociopaths, they tend to be lower on the spectrum of psychopathy, of antisocial personality disorder. However, the main difference is sociopaths are taught that. They are, maybe it was like a kid who was raised by just a horrific family, like horrible parents. This is more common than you think, by the way. But you'll have somebody who's just, they have the worst parents imaginable. Parents who abuse them, who hurt them, who, like, just steal and take everything from them. And, like, these kids didn't do anything to deserve this. But that's just what happens. And so, depending on how extreme this bad treatment is, how extreme, then you have people who just don't have the ability to really control their emotions. That tends to be a big one. That's one of the scary ones. So on the extreme end of that, you have that person who works somewhere and one day they just can't hold it in anymore and they snap and they show up to work with, like, an axe or something, and they just go Jason on everyone. Right. So that's sociopaths, basically. If you're really pissing them off, they will find a way to hurt you. So let's talk about that real quick. So the sociopath, they are after revenge, but it's revenge and they can be vindictive, but it's really validation. They're after making you suffer for what you did to them. Right? It isn't, you have a nice car, you have a nice house, therefore I'm going to show you what's up. Instead it is, you did something to slight them, to make them angry, to hurt them. And as a result of that, the sociopath is going to make you also suffer. They want you to feel the same way they did. But instead, whereas a person without ASPD will be like, fine, screw that person. I'm just never going to talk to them. I'm going to cut them out of my life. The person with sociopathy, or taught ASPD if you want, they are going to go out of their way to attack you and hurt you and destroy your personal image and just be this vicious, mean person to you. Cruel without, like, needlessly cruel. Needlessly vindictive. The thing is, you might not even know why they're doing it. But a big thing is, if you ask them why, they will 100% tell you what you did. And it doesn't matter what you say or do, they're going to make you pay for it. So that's sociopathy. The psychopath, on the other hand, quite literally can just be like, you drive a nicer car than them. I see how it is. You have a nicer house. Not for long. And if they're really bad, they'll be like this. Like, for the criminal psychopaths at the extreme end, they will target really wealthy families and really wealthy looking houses. Not because they think there's good loot in there. Like, jewelry is the most commonly stolen thing. But because it's a really rich people's house. Why not? What did they have to lose? So, you know, is what it is. But there's usually more logic and more reasoning behind why a psychopath does something versus a sociopath. Sociopath, it's more of the emotional validation. It's more of the emotional attack. It's more based in emotionality. The psychopath is more logical, more patient. Typically, they will spend years setting you up to fail because of that one time you stabbed them in the back a little bit. Mainly because you had to, or that one time you had to deliver bad news to them, and they thought you're responsible for it. They'll spend years setting you up. It's ridiculous. But they'll very rarely act out in the open, which is why they're so scary sometimes. But yeah, it is what it is. But, yeah. Okay, let's go. Talked about ASPD and all that good stuff for long enough.
Just need to get into that storage room outside the safe house. But Stevens has the key. Damn it. Can't feel my hand. That thing nearly tore my arm off. Never gonna kill it with this pea shooter. Need something bigger. I just need to get into that storage room outside the safe house. But Stevens has the key. She'll come back with the key and the APC. I just need to stay alive. So tired. Just gonna rest here and wait for Stevens.
Well, he rested. If you ever feel like... So if you're ever exsanguinating, bleeding to death, and you're starting to feel really tired, do not go to sleep. You will never wake up. If you're ever really cold, and you start to feel warm, and you think that falling asleep is a good idea, do not fall asleep. You will never wake up.
All right. The theater. I'm coming for you.
Okay, so now we're in a situation similar to Chapter 3. This seems much smaller, more condensed. Dog over here? Okay, let's get some elevation. That's unfortunate. No,
So, some of these are locked.
let's try clearing out the enemies. Okay, nice. Just need to ruin those. Oh, wonderful. Now, was that the only enemy? There seems to be big clumps of dead people, so I'm thinking that means there's going to be an enemy that can spawn through those. He was talking about some big enemy, so I'm assuming that's that lady with the chainsaw or an arm. There's just a handful of just randomly dead people around here. Oh, that's wonderful. Alright, where is she? We need her to lose track of us, then we can quick kill her by sneak attacking. Maybe. I think we need to shotgun her, actually. Alright, come here, lady. Okay, so she's dead. I just have all of her friends to deal with. Okay, so we just need to make some room. Ah. No, don't pull up. Really? Okay, good. He at least... Oh, he can just fall off. Fantastic. The whole thing where, where the engine just doesn't know what to do.
Shit!
Okay. Slightly large enemy that we took down. Okay.
lock on this door. It looks like if I had a key, I could open it.
This game is so bad.
Body parts reassembling into a monster. Sure. Body parts reassembling into a monster. Sure. Why not? I'm not surprised by anything I see in here anymore. Won't happen again. I'll burn these before they can change. Wait. Did that arm just twitch? Shit. No. Oh god. No. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Shit!
Alright, let's go. Alright, make it off of here. I don't think I can. Alright, let's go ambush here. Come here, Laura, too. Is that it? I should just have infinite health or something? Oh, there we go.
Gotta be more careful with these things.
Yeah, 3,500, not too bad. Alright, is there a crafting bench around here? What? Yeah, it's up, down. Okay. On the hunt. Investigate the